Triple H mourns the tragic passing of Roman Reigns. Wait, stop everything. Before you panic and your heart drops into your stomach like a failed cash-in attempt, let me clarify something extremely important right off the bat. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the man who has dominated WWE for years, is alive and well. But what we are talking about today is something equally shocking that has Triple H and the entire WWE universe in mourning. And trust me, this story will hit you harder than a spear through the barricade. If you want the full breakdown of what is really happening here, smash that subscribe button faster than Roman hitting a Superman punch, and ring that notification bell like your life depends on it, because WWE Extreme is about to reveal something that will change how you see the tribal chief forever. Now that we have cleared up the confusion, let us dive into what Triple H is actually mourning. And believe me, this is heavy stuff that goes beyond kayfabe and strikes at the very heart of what makes Roman Reigns who he is today. We are talking about the passing of someone who shaped Roman into the powerhouse we see dominating our screens week after week. We are talking about family, legacy, and the painful reality that even our larger-than-life heroes face devastating losses that shake them to their core. The game himself, Triple H, took time to publicly acknowledge this tragedy, showing respect and solidarity during one of the most difficult moments in Roman's life. The Anoa'i family is not just any wrestling family. They are The Wrestling family. This dynasty has produced more legends than most promotions have produced total superstars. We are talking about The Rock, Yokozuna, Rikishi, Umaga, the Usos, and of course, Roman Reigns himself. This family tree has roots deeper than the Grand Canyon and branches that have touched every era of professional wrestling. When tragedy strikes a family this prominent, this respected, this absolutely integral to wrestling history, it reverberates throughout the entire industry like a championship changing hands at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns recently lost a beloved family member who was not just blood, but someone who significantly influenced his journey to becoming the unstoppable force he is today. This individual was there during the early days, providing guidance when Roman was still trying to find his footing in WWE. They were there during the struggles, the boos, the controversial pushes that fans rejected harder than Brussels sprouts at a kid's birthday party. And they were there when Roman finally transformed into the tribal chief, the most dominant champion in modern WWE history, holding the Universal Championship for over 1,200 days in a reign that redefined what it means to be the top guy. Triple H, who now runs WWE Creative and has complete control over the direction of the company, understands loss on a deeply personal level. The man has been in this business for decades. He has seen friends pass away. He has witnessed tragedy strike wrestling families repeatedly, and he knows that behind every character, every storyline, every championship reign, there are real human beings dealing with real emotions and real grief that does not care about television ratings or pay-per-view buy rates. When Triple H publicly expressed his condolences and support for Roman, it was not just a boss showing sympathy to an employee, it was one wrestling veteran acknowledging another's pain with genuine compassion. What makes this situation even more poignant is the timing. Roman Reigns has been on top of the wrestling world, living his absolute best professional life. The Bloodline saga became the hottest storyline in wrestling, transcending WWE and becoming a cultural phenomenon that even non-wrestling fans were talking about. Roman's character work reached levels that critics never thought possible from someone they once labeled as just a muscular guy who could not talk on the microphone. He proved every doubter wrong, silenced every hater, and became undeniably the face of WWE. But life has this cruel way of reminding us that personal tragedies do not care about your professional success. The wrestling community rallied around Roman with the intensity of a Royal Rumble entrance. Superstars from across the industry, from WWE to AEW to independent promotions worldwide, sent their love, support, and condolences. Social media became a digital memorial where thousands upon thousands of fans shared their sympathies, their favorite Roman Reigns moments, and their appreciation for the Anoa'i family's contributions to wrestling. It was beautiful, heartbreaking, and a powerful reminder that the wrestling community, despite all its backstage politics and competitive nature, becomes a genuine family when tragedy strikes. Now, here is where we need to address the elephant in the room, because this is important. Roman Reigns is incredibly private about his personal life, and rightfully so. The man already lives under a microscope bigger than the one used to examine championship belt authenticity. Every move he makes gets analyzed, criticized, praised, or torn apart by millions of people who feel entitled to know everything about his life. But grief is personal, loss is intimate, and mourning requires space that the internet age rarely provides. Triple H respecting Roman's privacy while still publicly acknowledging the loss shows a level of class and understanding that separates great leaders from good ones. The question everyone keeps asking is, how will this affect Roman's character on television? Will we see a more vulnerable tribal chief? Will WWE incorporate this real-life tragedy into storylines? And the answer should be absolutely not. There are lines that should never be crossed, and exploiting genuine grief for television drama is one of them. WWE has unfortunately crossed that line in the past with storylines that used real deaths for shock value, and those moments are universally considered some of the worst decisions in wrestling history. Triple H has shown much better judgment during his creative reign, and we should expect nothing less than complete respect for Roman's personal situation. What this tragedy does highlight, however, is the immense pressure these performers are under constantly. Roman Reigns is expected to show up, deliver incredible matches, cut passionate promos, maintain his physique, travel relentlessly, and somehow balance family life with being the face of a billion-dollar company. Now add personal grief to that impossible equation, and you begin to understand just how superhuman these athletes truly are. They are not just characters on your television screen. They are human beings dealing with the same pains, losses, and heartbreaks that we all face, except they have to process those emotions while performing in front of thousands of people and millions watching at home. Moving forward, the wrestling world will continue supporting Roman Reigns however he needs. Whether that means giving him time off, adjusting storylines to accommodate his emotional state, or simply respecting his privacy while he navigates this difficult period, the industry owes him that courtesy after everything he has given to professional wrestling. Triple H mourning alongside Roman shows leadership, empathy, and humanity that reminds us why the game has been so successful in his transition from performer to. Thanks for watching WWE Extreme, and please keep Roman Reigns and his family in your thoughts during this difficult time.